Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Fox 23 News. I'm Nicole Menner. After a dominant win over Jackson State to open their season, Southern Miss is preparing to welcome in ULM to the Rock. The Warhawks escaped with a 34-31 win over Southeastern Louisiana over the weekend, and although it's not a conference matchup, Coach Hobson isn't underestimating their talent. Here's more of what Coach had to say on the Golden Eagles' Game 1 win.
Just a good win. It's always good to start the season off with a win first. Certainly, like everything, you got to get better for week 2, but I felt like we came out, we executed really pretty well in the first half. I think defensively, we did a good job creating turnovers. I thought that was big. I thought offensively, we had pretty good precision. I thought, of course, Quez had a really big game. I thought Jack did a good job running our offense. In the second half, we got a lot of guys in, so it was good to see some young guys play. We certainly didn't execute as well in the second half, but I think there's a lot of learning moments we have in the film that we can get better on.
And the 1-0 Mississippi State Bulldogs will head to Kansas State to take on the Wildcats this weekend as we move on to week 2. This meeting will be the first between the two teams since 1977 and just the third overall. Here is Coach Joe Moorhead giving us a preview of what to expect from Kansas State.
Kansas State's been to 8 straight bowls and are the third winningest team in the Big 12 since the start of the 2011 season. They returned 14 starters, went 8-5 last year, and had a win over UCLA in the Cactus Bowl. On offense, a fundamentally sound unit. They do what they do: quarterback power, quarterback counter, zone read. Play with 2 experienced dual threat quarterbacks that force you to play with great eye discipline and gap integrity, and are very, very impressed with their offensive line. They average 22 starts a player, very physical, disciplined, and they finish blocks. They are a 4-down defense, play a mixture of coverages, play some quarters, play some quarter half. Get in some man-to-man situations on 3rd down. We'll also blitz you a little bit, but very kind of a mirror image of their offense. Going to be an incredible challenge, one we're very excited to prepare for and to go out there and play.
Saints defensive end Alex Okafor has been handed a lot of injuries in the last few years. While he was in the midst of coming back from a torn Achilles that kept him out most of 2017, Okafor had yet another setback last month when he went down at practice with a knee injury. So fast forward 3 weeks later, and Okafor is a go for Game 1 against the Tampa Bay Bucks, and he promises us that he is completely healthy.
I feel great right now. There's nothing hindering right now, nothing I need to be concerned about, and I can just go out there and play free and get after it. I feel great. I mean, we know these guys well. You play them twice a year, you know exactly what they're going to try to do to you, and you know the personnel very well. And I think anytime there's a division game, it gives you a little edge. So, it's kind of throughout the whole offseason we had that edge about us. Not just because we know what we have at stake this year, but also, like you said, because it's a division rival. So you obviously want to come out and beat them.
And we had ourselves an upset in the U.S. Open last night. Roger Federer would be beaten in the 4th round by an unseeded John Millman. Federer double faulted 10 times and couldn't convert a trio of set points in what was a very off night for the 5-time Open champion. It's only the 2nd time in his past 14 appearances at the U.S. Open that he lost before the quarterfinals. As for Millman, he was ranked at number 55 and had never made a quarterfinal of a Grand Slam. He was also 0 for 10 against top 10 players prior to last night, but his challenge continues tomorrow as he faces off against Novak Djokovic. Pretty impressive for Millman, and he actually said that Federer is a player that he's looked up to his entire life, so I can't imagine that feeling.
Yeah.
And it was funny.
Usually what they say.
And when they finished the match, too, Federer actually had a smile on his face, and I think he kind of, of course, he was disappointed that he lost, but he was proud of Millman.
10 double faults. He just
he
clearly
had
had
a very
a bad day in the office.
Very bad night.
It's been fun to watch this tournament, though. And it continues. Thanks, Nicole.